What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Did you get yourself a beanie yet? It's cold, it's wintertime. Keep yourself warm with the new Iron Sharpens Iron beanies. Head over to my site right now, johnashu.com, or link in the description below. Let's get it started. Guys, check it out. We are in the full of it, middle of December. It is Christmas holidays. The New Year's around the corner, and it is 100% bulking season. It is bulking season, and why? Because David Lade is bulking. Yep, that's it, guys. I thought that I would use David Lade as a hook to get you in to talk about proper bulking techniques during the Christmas holidays so you don't end up out of shape, bigger than you wanted to be, depressed, or whatever it is, bigger, or chasing after those unsustainable goals when it's new me, new you. I'm gonna start dieting now. But let's just take a look real quick and let's just get this thing started off by some inspiration right now. David Lade, everybody. David Lade is bulking. Journey to 220. Let's just admire physique real quick. I don't care how he got there. Who cares? All I know is that takes work, dedication, consistency, all the good stuff. But that is a good looking physique. Everybody is bulking. And what is this video's purpose? Is to make sure that if you are bulking, this is how we're going to continue to bulk properly without gaining the excessive amounts of calories you will gain. That's inevitable. My experience, it's Christmas time. I used to compete when I was competing for the Arnold Amateurs a couple times. When that prep basically starts like now. And you're like, the first thing you say, like, going to the Arnolds, and you're like, but it's right, the beginning of my prep is the holidays. So you basically like, how do I do this? How do I enjoy my holidays without having to miss out on the good food? How do I enjoy my holidays without wrecking my prep? That's basically my mindset. After years and years, I came up with a really good solution. And there's two parts to this. There's those who are bulking, those who are just in a diet. So right now, I'm gonna talk to people who are bulking because let's be serious, whoever is dieting right now, do your thing, boo-boo. You do it. You can actually listen to the part of this video at the end. It's gonna give you some ways you can still diet and benefit from the festive feasts. But for the most part, we're gonna talk about those who are bulking right now. So number one, if you are bulking right now, whatever you're doing, if you are not bulking to the tune of 250-ish calories over maintenance, if you got more than that, you are being excessive. Now, there are some people who can literally carb up, bulk up, calorie up, surplus it up on a lot more and still look like David Lade in terms of like body fat. But for the most of us, if we go to 500 calories over maintenance, we're gaining fat like that real quick. And then in 2 weeks, what happens now? You're not putting the fork down when it comes to Christmas.
Ho ho ho! It's your boy Santa Claus here. And get ready to jingle your bells because it's a holiday of handsome. But first, we gotta check the naughty nice list. Who's been naughty and who's been nice? First up on the list, Steve. Ah yeah, Steve. Who thinks washing his face with a bar of soap is good enough? Steve, you're not a dish. You're a man. Then we have Larry. Larry who thinks bearded dandruff is seasonal face snow. Larry, that's not festive. That's frightening. For the nice list here. Johnny, on the nice list. Look at that face. Sexy, clean, and shiny. You know why? Because he's using Tige. Start with the daily face wash. Adios, dirt and grime. Then, the exfoliating scrub. Twice a week. Bye-bye, dead skin. And don't forget about the AM moisturizer with SPF 20. Your face needs a hero against the sun. And the PM moisturizer, like a cozy blanket to your face at night. And guess what? Tige and Haley is offering viewers a spectacular deal. 30% off your first box and a free gift. Just click the first link in the description. Don't miss out on this holiday season bonanza. Click that link and let your skin jingle all the way. So remember, slide on down the chimney of skincare at Tige.com. And Merry Christmas. Remember, your face is a festive front.
From my own experience, Christmas eating is basically like this. It's Christmas Day at somebody's, and then it's like maybe you might hop to another place in the afternoon or whatever. But for the main part, someone's got a main place. It's usually Ma's place, or now it's my brother's. And then Boxing Day is somewhere else. It's like a back-to-back. It's a back-to-back, and then you're left with a good maybe 2 weeks of leftovers. You're set up to bulk. Like, who put this right before the new year, right? So again, what we want to do is make sure that we get to this place where we don't end up with too much excessive fat on us. I'm gonna say the word fat. You don't want excessive fat, because you will 100% have excessive fat. You are not gaining 5 pounds of muscle in this month. Sorry, not happening for you guys, not at all. Maybe a pound, maybe even 2. But if you're not smart about it, you're gonna gain 2 pounds muscle or 1 pound of muscle and 10 pounds of fat. It's possible. We're gonna avoid that. So why do we wanna start this right now? Number one, because the new year is around the corner. Everybody, give you a good example, guys. Mom called me the other day. She's like, John, baby. I'm like, yes, Ma. She's like, I wanna do keto. I'm like, huh? Keto? My mom's 80 years old, okay? She's not like small. She's like, you understand genetics. My mom weighs 215 pounds right now, and she's 5'7". I weigh 217 pounds. Like, my brother's 250 and he's 5'10ish, 11. We got big family, right? And mom's like, I wanna go keto. And I'm like, why do you wanna go keto, Mom? She gives me the reason why they go keto. And I'm like, okay, cool. So you just need to, I told her, like, yo, you understand that you're still gonna have to eat the amount of calories you should be eating because you're already eating 2 less. She's like, yeah, I know, baby, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. So I just gotta do that for you? She's like, yes, that's all I gotta do. Okay, I'll get one together for you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm like, Mommy, if you're gonna do this, you gotta do it right. You gotta eat the right amount of calories, the right amount of blah, 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 fats. And I know, baby, I got it. All right, cool. She's like, but I don't wanna start until the new year. I'm like, what? What do you mean? She's like, I'm already doing it. She's already fasting. Right now, my mom's Reverend, right? She's fasting right now. She's literally fasting. She's in a diet. I'll tell you right now, the people who are dieting right now, they're either fasting or they're crazy dieting during the holidays. But if you are, hey, you're good, do you, boo-boo. That's great. Get yourself set up for the new year, whatever. But again, my mom, she's even like, I don't want to start until January. And that's the mindset that most of us have, and all of a sudden January happens and you're like, I'm not really ready for January. Like, if you think you're just gonna wake up on January 1st and be like, let's go, turn it around, you're sadly mistaken. That is the behavior of a failed plan. You need to start your mindset right now. So whether you're bulking or cutting, your mindset now has to be in a place where it is consistent in terms of controlling your calories, whether it's a surplus or a deficit, training hard enough, and so forth. Anyway, so let's go into it. How are we gonna avoid the dirty bulk over the holidays? How are we gonna avoid that? Number one, if you're dieting right now, if you are in a surplus, you're gonna make sure that your surplus is around 250 calories over maintenance. I'm not talking about those people who can just eat everything in the world. I'm talking about the majority of people here who, if you eat 500 calories a day, you're gaining a pound of fat a week. So we're gonna do 250 over maintenance. Why? Because that's basically half a pound-ish of energy/fat that your body is going to accumulate. So we want a slow amount of a surplus. We don't need you packing on the weight to then pack on even more weight in just a couple weeks. So you're gonna do 250 calories above maintenance. That's all we're gonna do. Right now, whatever you're doing for training right now, you're gonna listen to me right this second. Maybe some of you guys are doing this, maybe some of you aren't, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are training, if you are in a surplus, if you're bulking, and your training isn't like, I'm talking intense, like if you're not leaving the gym, like if you left the gym and you got gas in the tank still, I always say earn them calories. If you're not in a surplus and in the gym just like, I want the pump of my life, you need to be that way. What do you mean, Johnny? I mean that, number one, you're gonna be using, I don't care, you should be using a weight that is going to challenge you from the jump. I mean, like, the weight you're using during your hard sets, you're not at, rep 8 and like, it's starting to burn now. I'm like, you're at rep, your muscle-mind connection, your range of motion, your tempo and everything is already got your muscles fired up at like a rep 4. And then by the time you hit to say the minimum's like 10, you're like, and you get it up and you're there and you're bam, and maybe you're stopping like 2 reps or 1 rep. You're doing a 2 to 1 RIR. That's where you want to bring this shit. I'm talking you want to bring this up to a 8 minimum RPE, 9, and then here and there we're gonna do we're gonna hit failure. And then you're gonna take those sets. You're gonna make sure that the set is as long as you can possibly make it. What do I mean by that? I'm like, hey, look, if you're lifting hard and heavy and and you do, I don't know, 10 reps, and 10 reps is around like 30-ish seconds. I don't know. It is. If it's a 3-second negative, 2-second negative, 1-second positive, or whatever, it ends up being around 30 seconds, right? We want to take those sets long, right? You could either sit there and just take your set as long as you possibly can. You do the maximum amount of reps, you're going to hit somewhere around 45-ish seconds. If you don't, you're going to elongate those sets. How? You're going to take them to failure if you can, do a longer set if you hit the max amount of reps, or you're going to use some kind of a set intensifier that's just going to lengthen the set. That's all set intensifiers do. They allow you to take the set longer. You do a drop set, your first set takes around 15 seconds, and you do another set. It's your set in total, this drop set, the super set, the rest pause set, the mile rep match, the whatever it is elongating the set. It's going to make you work harder. You're taking your weight to that like 75 to 80% of your 1 rep max. And you're taking it long. You're taking your sets long sets, hard, long, intense sets. And you're not in there for 2 hours either. You're training, you're in and out, you get your shit done, you get your work done, and you're home and you're resting and you're recovering, all right? Now, cardio, what's cardio look like? For me, if I was you, over the holidays, it's 7 days a week. 7 days a week, 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week. If you can't do that, man, I don't know. Like, you have wasted 30 minutes on way other things than walking on a treadmill, being on a stepper, a rower, elliptical, whatever it is. You've wasted 30 minutes, 7 days a week, anywhere else, guarantee. You got 30 minutes, 7 days a week. If you don't, okay, fine, then do 5. Do the bare minimum of 5. 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day, perfect. But that's what you're gonna do. I will be doing 7. All right, so now we got that on, we got it done. Our training's better, it's more intense. We're in there emptying the tank. We're using those extra calories to just give us the pump of a lifetime, give us the energy to lift us hard and heavy with good form and tempo and range of motion. And then we're doing a cardio to keep the fat levels down, to keep things at bay. Not only keep the fat levels down, but let's make sure our heart's nice and healthy as well too. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but Christmas is coming up. What about Christmas? Let's make Christmas Day show day. Boxing Day is the day after this show. You guys hear what I'm getting here? This is what you're gonna do. Those of you who are bulking 250 calories above maintenance a week out from Christmas, what we're gonna do? We're gonna decrease the calories. We're gonna go down a bit. We're gonna drop the calories 250 calories below maintenance. Boom. You've already been eating 250 above. Now we're gonna go 250 below. You're like,
Johnny, that's like 500 calories. I'm gonna lose all the muscle in a week.
No, you won't. Not even close. Not even close. Not close. You know why? Because we're gonna decrease the calories. We're not gonna decrease your carbs. We're not gonna carb deplete. We're basically gonna decrease your overall calories, right? So you're gonna decrease all of your calories. Your carbs, fats, and proteins are all going to decrease. Not just your carbs, whatever. You're just doing that. Why? Because we're gonna give you some energy still, glycogen, whatever, to still keep you training hard, right? Because here's what we're gonna do. After we've decreased our calories to 250 calories below maintenance, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that cardio that we're doing 7 days a week at 30 minutes, and we're gonna go, hey man, you can, if you want to, increase it 15 minutes. Whatever cardio you were doing up until then, you're gonna increase it for 15 minutes just for that week before Christmas, all right? You're gonna decrease your calories by 250 calories below maintenance. You're gonna turn your cardio up. So those who are doing 5 days a week at 30 minutes, you're now doing 7 days a week, 30 minutes. Those who are doing 7 days a week at 30 minutes are now doing 7 days a week at 45 minutes a day. Around, let's say 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, it can be 35 minutes, 35 minutes, 40, 45 minutes. Whatever it is you choose, 7 days a week. We got that figured out. We're still drinking water. We're not taking water out. We're not doing any of that kind of crazy stuff. We're just decreasing the calories and turning the cardio up. We're depleting a little bit. You know what I'm trying to do, right? We're setting ourselves up to take in an influx of calories, to be able to enjoy that shit, and then the next day, after Boxing Day, we can go back. So here's what we're doing. Your training now is going to be a back off for a week. You're gonna back off to like maybe 60% of your max loads. I'm talking 60% of the working you were doing before. The weeks prior, you were hitting hard with them extra calories. Push that 75 to 85% of your 1 rep max in reps. Long hard reps, and then now we're gonna drop it down to 60%, and we're gonna take those reps from like 15 to 20. Then we're gonna take those reps from 10 to 20 reps. They're still gonna be long, but they're gonna be a little less. We're just gonna like really work on just like, just moving the weight really good. Just continue the longer sets. Still, we're just backing the weight off a little bit, right? Because we're eating a little less calories. Now, we've done all that. Christmas time comes. Bam! What do? We sit down and do nothing. We just eat all day. Wrong. That's not what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. You're gonna find a gym. Because I can guarantee you, wherever you live, your local gym is open. I live in Nova Scotia, Halifax, and shit still closed on a Sunday. We got shit pretty much ass backwards here. We're 20 years behind, but we can still go to the gym on Christmas Day. There are some gyms around that have holiday hours from how they were before. Someone's either smart with business or is just an absolute lover of the gym and is like, I'm staying open for holidays. You're gonna find that gym and you're gonna do the exact same shit you were doing before. You're not gonna skip Christmas just because Santa Claus came down the chimney and you're like, I gotta sleep in, I gotta be up, and Santa Claus leaves. Look, whoever's watching this right now knows damn well that Santa Claus is real. And Santa Claus wants the moms and dads to still go to the gym, right? Because if you're not, then we're naughty. Then Santa Claus was up on the naughty list, and then we don't get no presents. So it's, you know what I'm saying? For those who got kids out there and stuff. Anyway, all jokes aside, find a gym, because you're gonna do the same shit. You're gonna go to the gym, right? I got kids. All right, cool. If you got kids, maybe you guys, parents, can take some turns and go to the gym, right? You go to the gym first, baby, then I'll go after you. All right, cool. Watch it, whatever. Or jump off the parents' house first, or I don't care. Whatever it is, find a way to go to the gym, all right? Ain't no excuses. Find a way to go to the gym. You're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna do your 30 minutes of cardio or 45 minutes of cardio. Status quo. You're gonna train like you should before. You're gonna train nice and hard. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna do your cardio and your training. You can do it all in one jump. Now, before you go to the gym, if you wanna have a little bit of something to give yourself a little energy, it's fine. If you wanna go there fasted, whatever, do it. Because I'm just letting you guys know that when you get home, what's waiting for you is Christmas breakfast. Then it's followed by a little nap and then Christmas dinner later that day. You get to start the day in a deficit and you get to eat and fill up your body of glycogen because the whole week prior, you were training at 60% of your warm up max. You're still taking the sets long and still the intensity is still high, but just not as heavy. You're still doing your cardio, but you're eating less food. Your body is primed to take in all that goodness from holidays, and you eat. And you eat guilt-free because you got your shit done. Because you went to the gym, you did your cardio, you trained, and you came home, you're like, man, I had a good ass workout on Christmas. Now time to fill up these Christmas guns. Or Christmas glutes. Or Christmas thighs. Whatever you want to call it. Christmas chest. Whatever. That's what you're gonna do. And you're gonna eat. You're gonna enjoy the day. You're gonna kill it. You're not gonna overindulge and just eat like an absolute asshole. Let's have some moderation here. Let's give ourselves a limit. Like, for me, I know that I can have a plate. And I know for sure I could probably eat 3. But I'm not gonna eat 3 plates. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill one plate up. I'm gonna give myself 1 to 2 max. And that includes dessert. When it comes to dessert, that's part of my seconds, right? So if you're doing 1 to 2 plates, you gotta decide whether or not that seconds is gonna be dessert or is gonna be some more of that stuffing. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give yourself a limit of how many plates you're going to have of food. I ain't gonna be like, I can eat still. I had my chicken, I had my ham, I had the nice old ham and bacon with those dripping in honey. I got that stuff in that gravy that's all made with straight up butter and lard that makes it delicious. I'm gonna have those rolls. I'm gonna have that butter soaked mashed potatoes. Looks like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna do. You can't just say that I had this, but now I have my 3 plates max of food. Now it's time to have my 1 to 3 plates of dessert. Nah. You're gonna give yourself 1 to 2 seconds, which includes your dessert. So if you already eat your 3, you can't have this. So you gotta be smart about it. Give yourself 3 plates max over the day base. Yeah, your breakfast, Christmas morning breakfast is always the best. And then you're gonna go have some food with the family. Bam, you killed it. And then you're gonna go to sleep after watching all those great old Christmas movies with a nasty pump. Probably not still the pump, but you got full ass muscles. You're just tired as shit. And you're ready to go to sleep, and you're in bed. You pass out with your Christmas clothes on, the Christmas socks, and I don't know, I got that shit, but you smell like Christmas cologne or something. Too much of it. I don't know. You're sleeping. Comes. Bam. Wake up next day. What happens? Rinse, repeat. We're gonna go to the gym again. We're gonna go status quo. Same thing. We're going to the gym on the next day, on Boxing Day. We're gonna get ourselves in the gym. We're gonna do our cardio. And now here's a couple things too. Now here's why the next day on Boxing Day is really good.
Let him cook.
Hear me out. You wake up the next day. You're still a little full. You're probably gonna weigh yourself and be like, man, I thought I weigh a lot more. My weight didn't go up like crazy. John, you a genius. Thanks, man. But I got these nice, I look good. My glutes is all nice. Doing these like, look. Women are like, John, you made my shoulders and my glutes look good from back here. And the dude's like, yeah, my glutes look good and my chest and shoulder, right? You do, thank you, Johnny. I'm not fat today. Whatever. Next day you work out. Next day you get up, you do your cardio. You work out again. And then you go for your brunch of some sort. Because there's always like a brunch on Boxing Day. But guess what? Boxing Day is even doper. Because you're going to get some extra steps that day that you're not even going to count. Because you're not going to count those steps. None of you guys need to get out of this trying to count your Boxing Day shopping steps as your cardio. You know why? Because you're not walking. You might walk from store to store, but you are walking and standing. You are not burning any calories. You're burning calories, but not you're burning that much. Don't you dare make that part of your cardio. But I'm gonna walk around the mall all day. Yeah, but guess what? We're gonna make sure that we get our shit done in the beginning of the day first, so we can start the day like we did on Christmas, swole, ready, taking some calories. You already got the cardio in the bank. The walking around stuff is extra, so we're not counting that. But that's just gonna keep us on track. And then guess what? After that day, no, we're not gonna go back up 500 calories. What's wrong with you? Heck no. We already just ate enough food. We gave ourselves extra, being in the deficit the day of Christmas, and then Boxing Day, we're eating more food than we're probably eating anyway because we got a little room anyway because we did the right thing throughout the week. And then guess what? Day after Boxing Day, what happens? We got leftovers galore. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna stay in that 250 calorie deficit. And we're gonna give ourselves, we're gonna stay, because we're gonna go back to our, you're gonna go back to what you've been doing because you've been on a bulk. And I'm assuming because you're bulking, you're actually following an actual bulking schedule. You're not just like,
I'm bulking and eating whatever I want, and I'm hopefully eating 250 calories.
I'm assuming that whoever is bulking or cutting is following a regimen. And if you're not, maybe you should give me a call for some coaching. Link in the description below. Or just get my ebook, link is also in the description below. Nice Christmas gift, great stuff. Anyway, you're gonna go to 250 calories below maintenance, and you're gonna give yourself a plate of leftovers on a daily until the leftovers are done. And guess what? By the time the leftovers are done, I don't know, maybe it might last you long, because sometimes it lasts me until like next year, and sometimes you freeze it. My mom will freeze that shit and bring it out for next year's Christmas. I'm just joking, but so what you're gonna do is, you're gonna eat one of your plates of leftovers because you're in that little bit of a deficit, and that plate of food is gonna definitely be more than 250 calories. And that's gonna help you eat that, so we don't wanna just go back to our diet and then still eat leftovers, because we're still in a place where we can just blow it all. We did it all good up until Christmas, killed it at Christmas and Boxing Day, then the next day happens and shoot, it's not only did I add 500 more calories on my actual diet, that I added another probably extra 500 calories just from those plates. So we're gonna stay in that deficit and just until the Christmas is done, until the Christmas holidays are finished, and then January's gonna creep up. All those leftover meals are done, and it's gonna creep up, and you're gonna be Happy New Year, new me, new you. And it's like, wait a minute, this is not new about this. I've already been doing it. I've already been following my shit. I've already got my game plan. Cause now when it's New Year's Eve, new me, new you, you're just like, it's just a new day. I've already been following the shit I've been supposed to follow. And then you're gonna start a new plan for your New Year's, new me, new you. And that's how you're gonna keep yourself in shape. Those who are actually dieting, you do the exact same thing. You're doing dieting, and then you're kind of deplete a little bit and then have some fun during Christmas. Same thing, same shit. Both ways are gonna give you a way to make sure that you are not excessively eating more calories than you want, and putting you in a place where you look at yourself in the mirror and you look at January 1st, you look at yourself in the mirror like, oh man, this is, then you need a massive shock to the system when January comes and you're sitting there thinking you're gonna dice off 10 pounds in a week. That's how we're gonna do this. And you guys, hope that worked for you. Make sure you guys follow that. I promise you, it will leave you with the best results over the holidays. I shit you not. Until next time, guys, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.